So yes, this is the slide that I have shared. So again, this is not prepared by me, but Google for Education team, and also some trainers uh, a few years back. I think 1 or 2 years back.
Hmm.
So this is like, actually they will have to take a printout and draw a card. So it's like that. So draw a card,
Hmm.
complete the challenge, work with a partner for support. So if you require support, or you would need a team buddy or something, you can work with others as well. So green is easy,
Easy.
blue is medium, red is tough.
Tough. Yes.
And these might not be the exact questions that you get in your exam, but
Hmm.
these might be a little similar. These are slightly tougher than the questions, because from my experience, but still this will give you a good practice. Okay.
Okay.
So it also says some features might not work across domains. So for personal email IDs, some features like appointment slots, or activity dashboard. So these things are not there in normal personal email IDs, but they will be present in your exam candidate. So when you are giving the exam, you will have
Hmm.
to once you register, pay for the exam, you will get an email ID and password. Using
Okay.
that email ID and password, you have to log in and give the exam.
Hmm.
Okay, they have to assess your exam and your work, right? How will they get to see what you have done? Only when the ID is in their control, right? Like school ID, when you use your school ID, the admin knows what you are doing. In the
Hmm.
same way, they give their exam candidate ID, and you will have to do it in there. So
Okay.
right now you might not have most features, but the one that they give, the one which you are going to write the exam, it will have all the access.
Hmm.
Okay. So this one green. So it means it's easy. You are starting to plan your next research trip, and you need to meet as a team, ideally over a video conference. After the meeting is set, you are running late on the day of event. So you want to quickly email the other guests and let them know. So this, what they're doing is, they're giving you a scenario. Okay. They're
Yes.
giving you a situation. Even in the exam, they're going to give a slightly similar situation. But during the exam, they will frame a story. Like, this is Mr. White. He is teaching in this particular South Canara school, and this teacher is teaching English for grades this, and now they will give situation so that you have better understand. Now they are assuming you as your position. So you are a Tajweed teacher, so they, you can imagine, okay, you are starting to plan your next research trip. Okay, you need to meet as a team. So probably your department has to meet as a team
Team.
over a video conference. Now, which app do you think you should use?
It will be Google Calendar and Gmail.
Yes. So you
G.
will have to, true, correct. So now, as soon as you read the scenario, you have to get in your mind which app you are going to use. So you have to meet, and you have to include a video conference in it. So you're planning this. Planning happens in Google Calendar. So you will open Google Calendar, and you will in the exam they will give you specifics, like when do you have to give, or is it the next week. So they will mention the time frame. According to that, you will add an event, you will add the mentioned guests. Okay. So let's do that. You'll go to calendar. I'm just giving you a quick run through.
Yes, ma'am. It will be a very helpful one. Then
Okay.
we'll add.
And also, uh, while you're giving the exam, make sure you have the I for detail. That means if they are saying create a new calendar, then you will have to create a new calendar and create a meeting there. If they're just casually mentioning you to create a meeting or creating
Hmm.
event, you will just go with the default calendar. Okay. So let's say I
Otherwise,
want,
what we have to do?
if they mention that you have to create a new calendar.
New calendar.
So here, this is how you create a new calendar. I'll take the next option only. So I have my calendars list. You
Hmm.
will see all the calendars that are already there. If
Hmm.
they say you have to create a new calendar, you will click on this plus icon
Hmm.
here beside other
Yes.
calendars. Okay, create new calendar, and you can give the name. So let's say exam sample calendar, and they will not ask you to change the time zone and all. Even if they ask, they will give you full step by step instruction. Okay.
Hmm.
So one thing you have to always keep in mind is, this is a fundamentals level, first level.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
they are going to give you as much description as possible, and you have to just follow the steps as they are saying. Okay.
Okay.
uh, Created successfully. Okay, you will go back. Okay, so I want to create an event there. Now what I'm going to do is uncheck all the calendars that are there. You just have to keep the newly created calendar.
Hmm.
Whenever you are creating an event, you just have to make sure which calendar you are selecting. So exam sample calendar I have selected, and
Hmm.
I have to create an event. So let's say for tomorrow 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. Okay, you just select the time slot, click there, meet with research team. Okay, and see, they said I have to add a video conference. You can see the
So we
button
can
itself.
access.
Yeah. So if you just read the question 2 or 3 times, it's easy to crack. And
Hmm.
I have to add a meeting. So meeting is added. They will mention who are the guests are. For now, I will just add you as the guest.
Okay.
Okay. And I'm clicking on save.
See.
Would you like to send invitation emails to Google Calendar guests? Send.
Hmm.
Invite all guests. Okay. Now they are saying that you are running late. So you will click here and you will have to email that person. So here you have these people. So you can see email guests button here.
Yes. Hmm.
So we'll just click here. Okay. Afsha Fareen, meet with the research team. Hey,
Yes.
I'm running late. So done. That's all. Okay.
Hmm.
Till what we have read. So let's again cross check. Once you complete the task, you have to again cross check. You are starting to plan your next research trip. You need to meet as a team. So I've added my team member Aksha over
Hmm.
a video conference. So I've also added video meeting. After
Yes.
meeting is set, so I've set the meeting 2 to 3 p.m. You are running late on the day of event, so you want to quickly email other guests and let them know. So as soon as other guests they have mentioned, so if I can add Shagufta ma'am, I can add extra people also. So to all of them, when I click here email guests, a
Yes.
small email pop-up is coming. You will write the message and send. That's all. So
So
your
ma'am,
task is done.
here we did not need to change the timings. We are getting late. We'll maybe by half an hour. So do
They
we?
didn't mention that. So again, if they are not asking you to do anything, you will not. They just want you to inform. Let them know. If the step is there, they will tell you. Okay,
Hmm.
then change the timing to half an hour late. So they will be very specific. So whatever is asked, you will only do that
Oh.
because the assessment is done by computer.
Hmm.
Okay, so it will just check for an event and it will see the time frame if it is mentioned, or it will just check if there is an event, if it will check if the mentioned guest is there or not, and it will check whether the email has gone or not. That's all.
Hmm. So if we
Okay.
have to change the timings here, maybe by half an hour or 1 hour, how will we?
If you get
Yes.
some similar scenario where they ask you to
So
change
we
the
will
time,
write edit.
edit event,
Yes.
and
And
you
we'll
will
add
change the time here.
the
Let's
timings.
say 2:30 to 3:30, and you will click save.
Yes, ma'am.
If you want to, if they say add a message that the time is changed, you can just time is changed, or you can also email just in case. Okay, you are wondering, okay, is it going as a message or is it going as an email? You can again click on email.
Hmm.
Please check the time, it's changed. So both ways. Anyways, the given requirement is fulfilled. Don't do anything extra, don't do anything less. Whatever is given, just go by that. So you can see you should schedule a meeting with two or more people. Since they said team, so
Hmm.
two or more people. And include a Google Meet conference. So we did
Yes,
that.
we
In,
added
they're
that.
not going to give you this answer. The team has given you the answer, but
Yes.
okay. After you save the event, quickly email other guests to let them know you are late by using the email guests feature. The same thing that we did.
Okay.
Okay. Next is during a recent meeting with the team, you decide that you need to have a weekly check-ins for 30 minutes. You would also like to have a shared calendar that you can use to track your deadlines. Now, read it again. Okay, this is like you have math questions or logics questions or
Hmm.
comprehension questions, right? So you have
Yes.
to read it 2 or 3 times to get into the scene, to get
Hmm.
into the question or scenario. And then, so during the recent meeting with the team, you decide that you need to have weekly check-ins for 30 minutes. That means weekly status calls. Like we used to have this weekly Saturday meetings, right? Like that,
Yes.
30-minute meetings should happen weekly.
Okay.
You would also like to have shared calendar that you can use to track your deadlines. So that means a new calendar that is shared with your guests.
Hmm.
In that, you have to have a meeting with a 30 minutes time frame. Okay, let's do
Again,
that and see if it is.
calendar.
We will go to other calendars, create a new calendar. We will give as weekly check-ins. They will usually tell you the name as well. Okay, here you are creating a calendar. Okay, it's creating. You couldn't create, please try again. Okay, probably my network issue, but otherwise you will just create a calendar like we created here, exam sample calendar.
Yes.
So let's see the settings. They said that it's a team calendar. So let's see if we can add people as well. So you can add people. Aksha Farheen and click on send. So this is a shared calendar. You can see here, you would also have a shared calendar. Here you are sharing this calendar with people. Make available for public because you're out of my organization, right? Otherwise, this step is not required.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, go down and see if there is a save button. There's no save button. Okay, go back. So this is our shared calendar. In this calendar, you will have weekly half an hour meeting. So you'll keep it as 30 weekly check-ins. Just adding this, just to this. I'll click on more options. They said that this repeats weekly. So you have to make sure weekly on Wednesday. Guests, add
Yes.
this person. Save, send. So you can see we have finished this task as well. We'll just cross check. So view your colleague's calendar and select a meeting time that works for both of you. Here, since I've added you and shared the calendar, it's almost the same step. Or what you can do is when you are adding a person, let me show you here. You can create a weekly check-ins thing, make it weekly, add, and here remove them. You will have to see guest list, small fine event. Another thing that you can do is check whether you are available or not. For that, I will have to have access of your calendar. So you can see your calendar cannot be shown. But for their ID, that is exam candidate, you will be able to see. So that there you will choose the time.
How will
Okay.
this be possible, ma'am? Like if we are not
Yeah.
using the suit, G suit.
No, the exam candidate ID that you will be using is a G Suite ID. Okay, and
Okay.
they will mention that person's email ID. So they will say create a meeting. Right now they are not giving because people will get confused, right? If they hear in the question mention that some ID johnsmith@gmail.com, you will not have that person in your Gmail ID, right? In your contacts. So they just said meet a team. How is that possible? Let me tell you. When we both are working in the same organization, we can share calendars. That is, you can make your calendar public, and people who want to set meeting with you can choose a particular time frame when you are free. So to choose a time frame, you will just see the calendar will appear here. And based on that, you can choose the time.
Okay. Ma'am, just give me a minute.
Yes,
I'll be back.
yes, sure.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So yes. So this is what we have to do. But here they've given an extra thing here, add another notification to the event so that your colleague receives a reminder email. But here they did not mention that you have to give them reminder email. Okay, so you need not worry about this. Let me explain. So during a recent meeting with the team, you decide that you need to have weekly check-ins. So you created a weekly check-in event. You made it weekly on Wednesday. 30 minutes they mentioned. So 3 to 3:30 p.m. Since I have randomly chosen 3 to 3:30, in the answer they are suggesting that if the person's email calendar is public, you can look at the calendar and choose it. If yours is a public calendar, I can look at it and choose it. But otherwise, they will mention. Okay,
Okay.
okay, that's all. In the next you can see answer, add another
One more
notification.
thing.
Yes,
Yes, yes, this one only. Add notification.
this is not required actually. See, add another notification event so that your colleague receives. This is something extra you are doing. Just you can create add notification 24 hours. See, they haven't actually mentioned anything about 24 hours. This team has just given as a suggestion, extra thing that you can do. Notification 24 hours you can add and click on save. But for your answer, you need not do. For your answer, you need not do.
Okay.
Also, another thing, when you are given the scenario, it will not be this short. It will be around a paragraph. They will give you details. They will give you step by step instructions. Everything will be given. This is like a game. Once you are like very confident, you can go ahead and you know do these things. But otherwise, in your exam, it will be pretty easy. Also, these cards are common for level 1 and level 2. That is also there. Okay, both level 1 and level 2 they have given this. All right. So like this, you will have to go. You can see here, create a new calendar, share with the colleague. So this is what we have done, right? Share with, ensure that they have ability to edit events, then create event occurs every Monday. So here you can see they have given the details. Be sure that you have included a link to Hangouts Meet. So this is what we have to do. We have done it. This is something extra, not required. Same way they have given. So there are around 100
100
pages.
plus. Yes.
That means 50 scenarios are there. Okay, 50 are there. You need not do everything what is in this. I'm just giving, this is just for you to randomly pick any card and try to do it. If
Okay.
you have time, then every day you can take out 10 tasks, do 10 tasks, and you know, go ahead. If you want, you can skip the red cards. Red cards is for level 2 mostly. Skip the red cards. See, you and 3 colleagues are collecting research notes for your upcoming joint lecture at another university. You need to create a shared doc and pull in citations from websites that you've been using. You also want to ensure that any images that you insert have appropriate usage rights. So, another example I'd like to give. A shared doc is easy, right? Which tool are you going to use when you see the word shared doc?
Google Docs.
Yes. And when you say citations from websites, okay, let's say a worst case scenario, okay, you get this one, docs.google.com. Okay, you will create a shared doc. That means you will have to share it with some person. Okay, I will share, add you. Okay, oh, yeah. What was the name? This is research notes. But in the question, they will mention create a shared doc named research. If they say named and they give you double quotes, that means you have to use the exact spell.
Okay.
I'm adding you. So this is a shared note. So I'm adding you. I'll click on share anyway. And they said pull in citations from websites. Now, okay, you are hearing the word citations. What to do? Whenever you get some tough thing, if you know which app to use, then it's going to be easy. You'll just go to help citations. So you can see as soon as I clicked on help, this is a great, I know help. I mean, the name itself says it's a great help because if you have to do some action and you don't know where the button is, you will just type the action name. Citations. You can see the citations has come, and when I clicked here, the citation menu came up. Okay.
Yes.
And they won't say like this. Okay, they won't say pull in citations. They will mention which format. If they say APA, you have to use APA. And they will say, now they have mentioned website. Okay, pull in citations from websites that you've been using. So let's say you're doing research on something like herbivore animals, Wikipedia. It has articles, right? So you can use any web article that you want. They've just mentioned website, right? So you can go with Wikipedia. Okay, you will copy it. We'll just click on add citation source. They have asked source type as website. So you will click on the drop down website, enter the website, search, you will get it. You will click on continue, and whatever names are there, you will just fill it. Okay, you will just fill it looking at the document. Like, okay, this is Wikipedia. So published here. Even if this is not there, you can just give whatever you want. So let's say 22. They are not going to check the accuracy of the document. See, their aim is not for you to know whether herbivorous animals are this or not. They're not testing the knowledge of the article. They are just testing you whether you or not you can add a citation source. So just give the
Usage.
yeah usage. So and add citation source. You click on cite. So you can see this has been cited. Insert references. So everything, all the buttons that are there, you have clicked it and your work is done. The first thing that was helpful was help. You will just type. Again, this is a red card for level 2. Okay, so for level 1, you might not get this. Don't
Okay.
worry. Okay. Even if you get anything, this is an open exam. That means you can search for help, then go to training and see if the training button is available. You can also go to this if you have time again. You can keep it for the last and see if how you can do the thing that they are asking you to. But mostly in level 1, you will know everything that you have to. So see, the answer is create a document called joint lecture notes. We have written as research notes. Share it with 3 colleagues. I have just shared it with you. Use the explore search to add in 2 snippets of text from website. So instead of explore, we used help. Anyways, we took a text from website and created a footnote. So here, this references is nothing but a footnote. Basically, you have cited it. You can see this is a citation with the link. Another way is also there. The one that they are saying is the explore tool. So you have this explore button. You can herbivorous animals. You'll get web articles. Okay, here explore list of herbivorous animals. You can do a right click, just copy something, paste. This is the long way. If you have to do the answer like this, they will also tell in the question to do it like this. You will get accordingly. You will get the instruction accordingly. So don't worry. Okay. And you'll click on cite. So you can see 1 here, and in the footnote you get 1. So this is how you get this answer. But otherwise, anything is acceptable. They didn't mention you that the citation should be in footnotes, right? So no worries.
Yes. Okay.
And another thing that they have asked is put the related pictures. So here now you can use explore tool. I was anyways about to go to explore tool, herbivorous animals, images. All these images that you see are free to use. That means these pictures are Creative Commons licenses. When I say Creative Commons licenses, it means that they are free to use. They don't have any what do we say, copyright issues.
Okay, ma'am.
You can just click here plus, you will see here the picture and you can click on insert. So if they have mentioned 3 pictures, you have to add 3 pictures. Did they mention any images?
Yes.
They just mentioned any images. So just add 2. Since the S is there, to be safe, you will just add 2. So I'll just add, this is not, yeah, I'll just insert. So that's all. So that, so this is a red card. You can see add an image using the explore feature. And whenever they ask you to insert any image in your document, use the explore bar. This is
Okay.
there in explore bar is present on the bottom, explore button.
Yes,
This
ma'am.
is present
What
in
about
Google
if we drag
Slides.
and drop from the site?
We don't, you should be sure that it is not having any copyright issue, right? They have specifically mentioned has appropriate usage rights. When we say appropriate usage rights, that means it should be free to use.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, like this, you can just go through it and try it. Usually the red ones are not for level 1. Even if by chance you get something like that, keep the questions to the end and then finish everything that you know and come back to those questions, and then you can do all those tinkering, like using help and try to search, or you can use the training thing and see if there's any related answer for it. So you can see about bibliographies in docs. That means citation, right? Bibliography is the works cited in references. You will see everything, but for this you will need some time.
Ma'am, in citations you were using word APA.
Huh.
What is
Those
that?
are all formats. MLA, APA, Chicago. These are citation formats. They will mention you. The teachers who are giving the exam, they should not be. They need not know what is MLA, what is APA, what is Chicago. Even I don't know. It's just there. They will mention which one to select. You have to select that
In
blindly.
in
They
the citations where we got this dialog box on
uh,
our right hand side.
yes, we got it right.
Yes.
You have the citations. Here you got this drop down. You need not know what is this and which one to choose. They will mention. If they don't mention, choose anything. It's okay.
Okay,
See,
ma'am.
one thing we have to understand here is computer is doing the correction. Okay, it will not, if something is specified and not done, then you will get some deduction. If nothing is specified, you can go with anything. APA, MLA, it doesn't matter, because the computer will not be programmed to check for that citation. I hope I'm
Okay,
not
ma'am. Yes,
confusing
ma'am.
you. Okay. That's all, ma'am. It's going to be pretty easy. Don't worry. Tomorrow, if you are free again, we can meet. What we will do is you go through the list that I have shared with you. Where is it? Hmm. Yeah, this one. Okay. You will
Yes.
also see here we have videos. When you click on this page, you will have videos from different people, lot of trainers from all over the world, giving tutorials or giving boot camps on how to crack the exam. So each one would be around 2 hours or 1 hour. If you want, you can go through. Otherwise, go to this day-wise practice, day-wise preparation. I've given
Okay.
each and everything. So if you have to do Google Slides, so you should try Google Slides, themes, layouts, how to import slides from other things, how to do page setup. Again, this is
Yes.
for
Yes.
level 1 and level 2. These you should just be
Okay.
familiar. You should know where to go. That's all.
Hmm.
Because in scenario, everything will be explained. They will tell you, okay, if you have to adjust the page size, they will tell you do this and this. And if they ask you to insert image, they will tell you which image. And if they ask you to insert a text box, they will tell you what to type in it. So everything will be explained. All you have to do is know where to go and what to click. They will not tell, they might not tell go to this particular thing and do that, but they will explain the task. Okay.
Okay.
So you can see here the task. Usually the answer, the question would be like this: create a slides presentation that includes introduction, learning goal, linked images, and they will actually mention like this.
Linked
Okay.
images.
Linked images and information related to your topic. Linked images means add an image with a hyperlink.
Okay, ma'am.
Again, they will mention here. These cards are like general information, just, but in questions in the exam, you will be given each and every detail.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So yes, that's all about today. That's what I wanted to say. Do you have any doubts with specific doubts with respect to any tools or anything that you'd like to ask.
I need to go through, ma'am.
Yes, please go through the day-wise practice
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
preparation list. You will see the different features that are there, and looking at the features, if you can mark which one you are not able to do or which one you are not aware of, you can mark it, and tomorrow or whenever you are free, we can have a quick session.
Okay,
Inshallah.
ma'am. Will we have a mock test before our finals?
Yes, inshallah, we will be having, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. Inshallah.
Inshallah. All right, ma'am. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam, ma'am. Jazakallahu khairan.
Welcome for Jazakumullah khairan and all the best.